He says, how many of my father's hired servants have food to spare, and here I am starving to death? Even the people that work for my dad, they live in the bunkhouse, not the penthouse. Those people are eating better than I'm eating now. He said, I will set out and I will go back to my father. And here's where that little piece of thinking that, okay, I got this. I got this. I will set out and go back to my father and say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants. So he got this plan. He's repentant. He's sorry for what he's done. But in his sorrow, he has a plan to restore himself to his father. He says, look, I'm going to work in the bunkhouse and I'll pay you back. I'll earn what it takes to get back into your good graces. I don't know about you, but guilt does that to me. Guilt causes me to get on a treadmill. I do something wrong, I do something evil, something nasty, I hurt someone, and instead of just admitting that I screwed up, I want to make it right. I want to try to figure out, how can I make it right? How can I earn back your love, your esteem, respect, regard, whatever? I just find myself in this process of getting on this treadmill of guilt. Or I can get on a treadmill of shame. And I realize that I'm going to beat myself up. And so I'm going to take out a proverbial flogger instrument and I'm going to beat myself just back. It's like, you're no good, you're rotten, you're terrible, and the fact is that some of that's true, but I'm using it to try to make myself better. I'm using it as a motivation to get myself back someplace. So he got up and he went to his father. He's got these plans. He's got them all made up as a slide deck. He's going to give his dad a great presentation. Here, Dad, here's the deal. And then the story starts. So let me ask you a question here that may sound like it's out of left field. What picture do you have of God? Or maybe, who gave you your picture of God? Now, that picture is not just a two-dimensional type thing. It's really three-dimensional, maybe four-dimensional, in the sense is that when I say the word God, you have some feelings. You have some sense of who God is. And it orders our lives, in a sense. I would assume that everyone here online or everyone listening, you're at some space where you think there is a God who exists, or maybe there's a God who exists, or there is a God who exists. You're confirmed, yes, I believe that there's a God who, and I believe he's a creator, and I believe he sent Jesus, and so I am attempting to order my life around him. And Jesus says the kingdom of heaven is near when he comes in the book of Mark. The kingdom of heaven is near. What does he mean by that? He means that stepping into the realm of that space where God is the king is possible. This young man stepped out of that realm of his father in his father's kingdom and into his own kingdom, and it didn't go so well. So when you and I think about God and who gives us our image of God, or our thought, oftentimes it's our own experiences, oftentimes it's other people, it's books written about the Bible, it's all kinds of different things. But in this passage right here, Jesus' point of telling the story is to paint a picture of who God is. He is painting a picture of the creator God of heaven, who's desperate to recollect a family, just like this father here.